everybody, it is Professor Parish. You can call me Miss Parish, Rachel, Professor Parish, whatever you want to, but I am really excited to be one of your ACE instructors for the ACE program this fall of 2022. So I want to go over our course today and just kind of talk about it. If you are taking ACE, then you are getting credits for 3 different classes that can be applied towards your associate in arts or science. They're also going to be teaching you skills and different things that you will be able to apply towards scholarship applications, towards interviewing, towards test taking, and towards community service, which is a really big part of scholarship if you're planning to go either to SIC or even beyond to a university. So I'm starting out on dashboard here. I'm going to talk about this in our first night's class on Tuesday and just kind of give a brief overview, but I wanted to also give this to you as well to show you where everything is in our class, just so that as you go throughout the semester, if Tuesday night, our first night of class, is an information overload, which it may be, you can come back and watch this video and know where everything is. So if you log on to Canvas, if you log on to your Falcon portal and go to the Canvas app, then your page will probably look similar to mine. Now, I've not published some of these classes, so it will look a little different. The class that we're going to do is the Service 121 ACE class. Now, if you are taking the first half with myself, you'll get credit for Education 280, which is this right here, as well as Service 121. However, to make things simple, we're only going to look at one shell. And so everything from both of these classes is going to be on this Service 121 thing. That's the one I'm going to publish. So don't worry about this. You're getting credit for it, but we're going to look at this class right here. In the second half of the semester, after October 10th, you'll be with Miss Billman, and she's going to be doing the interview and scholarship application part of it, which is much more writing intensive and things like that. But for this first half of the semester, I'm really excited. This is my first time with you all doing this, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I did the other half last year, so this year it's going to be doing our volunteer community service aspect of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do a lot of bonding as a group this first half of the semester, and then that way I think it will help you all to bond even more when you guys are doing your interviews and doing like workshopping on your applications. So there are basically 8 weeks of this first half with Education 280 and the service learning component. So I've got my little blurb up here about me. I am the advisor on campus now. I'm going to be transitioning out of high school dual credit into being not only an English instructor, but an advisor at SIC. So I'll be on campus a lot. So I'll be in E-Building, definitely where my office usually is, but you guys are always welcome to stop by, and then I'll obviously see you in class on Tuesday nights. But if you've not explored Falcon Portal before, we'll talk about it in class. If you need any help, there's a technology link here. My email is right here. I'm in and out of the office a lot, and so I do keep office hours, but email is always the best way to get a hold of me. I check it throughout the week constantly. On the weekends, I don't check it as much because I go out and do other things, but I do try to check it on Sunday night at least once. So if you've got any issues or anything you want to give me a heads up about, then I'll definitely check it by Sunday every week. But throughout the week, I check it quite a lot. So if you've got questions, always feel free to email me. There are no dumb questions. I have students for my online classes that email. I have some students that email every day, just like one question, and it's totally fine. So if you ever feel like you need to talk to somebody or ask a question about a class, then just feel free to let me know. But as far as our agenda, I try to make this page as simple as possible. So we really have our week-to-week agendas. The dates that are on the weeks are the days that we are in class. So August 16th is our first Tuesday night, and these are all the Tuesdays that we have throughout this first 8 weeks. And then you have class resources and the community service schedule. So I want to just go through real quick, very briefly, and show you where everything is. So if I click on week 1, for example, and I'm going to go over this Tuesday night, but if I click on week 1, it'll show you where we're meeting at. So our home room is always E204, which if you go in E-Building where the theater is, it's upstairs. You go down the left hallway, and it's going to be on the right. And you can't miss it. It's not a big hallway. The first night of class, I do ask that you please bring a calculator. If you forget, it's not a big deal, but it is convenient if you bring one. And then we're going to go over the Canvas page, and we're going to complete the SAT diagnostic test first. If you've already done this test, it'll be a refresher just to see if you've improved. And then you'll have different assignments. So usually we just have 1 or 2 assignments a week to work on. The essay, for example, and I'll just pull it up here. And like I said, I'll go over this in class, but your essay is usually 250 to 500 words. So like half a page, not very much, but it's going to be basically reflecting on different things each week, and they'll be due in different ways. So there's that. You also will usually do a journal entry for the first couple weeks. We're not going to do a journal entry every week, just the first couple to ease us into things. So like this week's, I want you just to kind of tell me about yourself. Like, what's your story? Who are you? What would you like me to know about you going into this class? Like, what's a cool fact about yourself? And everybody has a cool fact. Everybody has a cool fact they can share with the class. And then, so this assignment page here is going over the final project, which we will talk about in class too, but it's there for you to see. And then the course textbook, you can download it for free right here. And then I'm going to put the video link right here where it says watch. And then for the homework, it's just to look at our textbook pages 1 through 23. And if you click on the textbook, it'll pop it up here where you can download it, but you can also just read it if you want. But it's basically a guide for the SAT. Our textbook is an SAT study guide. So this first 23 pages is just giving you an overview about the SAT and things to note about it. And so each week I'm going to be having a lecture video that will talk about different aspects about the SAT, whether it's time management skills, whether it's about studying for certain portions of it, whether it's about like just managing your stress and getting ready the night before and just being like calm and collected, like just small lecture videos to kind of go over what we're doing each week and to talk about things in general. So that's the idea, but that's our week-to-week schedule. You can see I would stick to the homepage link. If you go to this homepage link, you can access any of the weeks that we're doing things. As far as our class resources go, if you click on that, there's practice tests on here. There's SAT Math for Dummies, a complete guide to the SAT. There's a math guide and workbook and a course textbook. These are all yours to print and keep for free. So if you want to print these out, download them, save them to your device, save them to your computer over the course of this semester, that way you have them as guides to help you. That's one of the perks of this class, is that you get these things for free. So that's one thing there. And then finally, our community service schedule. So I want to go over that. If you pull it up here, it is going to go over each week what we are doing in the class. So I've got the schedule here where you can download it. So our 8 weeks rather, this first week we are here at the college. Next week we're going to be at the 4C Center in Harrisburg, and we're going to be packaging food, helping to take out the trash, do things like that, just helping that facility to get things ready for needy families. Then we'll be back on campus the 30th, and we're going to be doing some military letter writing to thanking military service members like before Labor Day. So it's called Operation Gratitude. Then the 6th, we're going to go to West Side School and pick up trash and do that. Don't worry, I've made that note for myself. I will bring garbage bags and gloves for everybody. So don't worry, you just show up. I'll have the stuff there. And then the 13th of September, we're going to bake cookies. I'm really excited. I got a big sweet tooth, so I'm excited to go bake cookies at Dorisville Baptist Church. And then we're going to do some pickup at the town, at the park on the 20th. I will bring garbage bags and gloves. Don't worry about it. And then we'll do another 4Cs visit, and then we'll finish up back on campus for our last class of the first half. And we usually do like a potluck that night, so if you've got some ideas, we'll be doing like a potluck on the 4th. It'll be a nice little last day with y'all having me as an instructor before y'all have Miss Billman. But those are the lesson plans for this. It's mainly to build up your community service hours. Now, I'll talk about, absences and things like that night. I'll talk about those. But I do encourage you, obviously, to come on the Tuesday night we have these, because I will tell you right now, the makeup work is going to be a lot harder. So you might as well just show up that Tuesday with all of us. And plus, we're in a group, so it's going to be fun. We're all going to get to hang out, make cookies, and do fun things together for a couple hours. And you can put it on your resume as community service. And plus, we're going to have a small writing component each week with these, like your journal entries, and you can save those writings. And sometimes for scholarship applications, they ask you to describe your volunteer experience. You'll already have that wrote out. The work's done. Check it off the list. You got it. So that's kind of the idea, but I'm really excited to give you all a chance to do a variety of different community service projects that are going to make yourself more marketable as a scholarship applicant and recipient, depending on where you go to school at after high school. So as far as this little left-hand side here, there's a lot of pages here that you may not see. Like if it has a little X through the I, that means you're not going to be able to see it. But things to note, really the only pages I would even make note of, we don't really have discussions in this class because it's a community service thing. Don't worry about it. The only pages I would note are the home page, the assignments page. If you click on the assignments page, it will show you like week to week all the assignments. Here's the assignments for the class. It's really like your reflections from the community service, your community service project, which we'll talk about the first night of class. And then there's 3 journal entries altogether and a prep review. So it's really, there's not a lot of homework at all in this class. It's mainly describing your volunteer experience. And then you have a community service project that you'll present on at the end of the semester. And we'll talk about that the first night of class. But really, this class is for you to make whatever you want of it and to use this time and these volunteer hours to help make yourself build up a resume surrounding yourself, because community service for a lot of scholarships is a very important part of it. So I want to make sure that you have some really good, strong examples. As far as the grades go, you all can't see each other's grades, but you'll see that everything is on here as far as grades break down. You can check your grades each week. I update them every week, so you'll be able to keep in real time like how the class is going. And then other than that, there's really none of these other settings. If you don't have Microsoft Word on your computer, you can get it through this Office 365 link. If you ever need to email me, you can click this inbox. You can start a letter here. You can select the course. I would select service learning. And then you can see on here, you can click teachers and there's me. And then you can write me a letter and send me an email. Pretty simple. And it's going to go to my Falcon Mail. So that is pretty much our class in a nutshell for right now. I'm really excited to have you all as students. Each week I'll be posting a little lecture video talking, it'll probably be about 5 to 10 minutes tops, nothing crazy, but just talking about different aspects about the SAT, about the course, what we're doing each week, just to give you guys a heads up about everything that we're doing. So I'm really excited to have you all as students. If you have any questions, please let me know. But I'm excited to have you all on Tuesday nights, seeing face-to-face students. It's going to be great. I've been teaching online for years, but last year with ACE was the first time I'd taught a face-to-face class in a long time. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast. And now I'm excited to be able to do this fall service learning stuff with you all. It's going to be so much fun. So in any case, I hope you all have a wonderful week. I'm excited to see you Tuesday, but take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all in class for Service Learning 121 and Education 280. See you then, guys. Bye.